Hi there, my name is Jane DeVay, and today I want to talk to you about how to banish anxiety. Actually, one of the first things I want to do is I want to ask you, what is your life going to look like this time next year? This time in 3 years' time, in 5 years' time, if you stay with anxiety? Then the other thing I want you to think of is, what could my life be like this time next year if I change, if I take action now? You see, if you don't take action, if you don't do something different, it's going to stay the same, isn't it? Anxiety is not just going to suddenly disappear like that because you're doing exactly the same. You have to be doing something different, changing something to get a different result. If you do the same thing, you'll get the same result. You see, our amazing minds love what is familiar. They love what's familiar. So even if being uncomfortable and being with anxiety, struggling with anxiety, if that's familiar, that's where it will keep dragging you back, because that's where we go, oh, this is the easy route. Well, think about it. More often than not, families tend to have certain recipes, certain foods that they have over a week. They repeat them all the time. Then one day you think to yourself, I want to do something different. Well, you may have to follow a recipe. You may have to be consciously thinking, I've got to follow the rules and the instructions of this recipe. And then you do it a few times, and after you've done it a few times, it becomes normal. So you put that in your repertoire. Hi, Tina. So that becomes your normal. So you've done something different. It was a little bit awkward to start with. So if you want to be different, if you want to be somewhere different this time next year, if you're somebody who struggles to phone to book an appointment for the doctors, or to book in the MOT, or to phone up for any inquiry, if that's you, wouldn't you like to be the sort of person who just picks up the phone and does it? Doesn't even think twice, just does it. Well, you have to push yourself outside your comfort zone, and you have to do it first. So you have to acknowledge yourself. You have to accept that it's going to be difficult, that it's not going to be easy to start with. You're going to push yourself outside your comfort zone, and your mind will try dragging you back. It'll keep saying, no, let's take the easy route. Let's take the easy route. Let's sit with our anxiety here because we know we can deal with this, that, and the other. Well, if you want to be different, like I said, you have to do things differently. So, pushing yourself outside your comfort zone, thinking to yourself, if you're someone who you want to go and do your shopping, all the time before you go, you're constantly thinking, oh, will I be okay? Will I have a panic attack? What happens if they don't have this? What happens if I have to speak to somebody? What if I bump into so-and-so? Is that what you really want to be? Is that where you want your life to be? Or do you want to be picking up your bag, walking out, going to the supermarket, not thinking twice? So make an effort. Make the difference. Push yourself out of your comfort zone and make that your familiar. So you are 100% responsible for what you think, for the thoughts and the words you put in your head. No one else thinks in your mind but you. So start changing the things you say to yourself, the things that you do. Look around yourself. It may be a job that you do that causes anxiety. And if it is, then look to do something different. And I know at the moment there aren't a huge amount of jobs around, but if you do nothing, you will never get another job. And so you have, again, a small step. If it's looking at the relationships you've got with people, maybe there are certain people in your friendship groups that actually don't they don't bolster you, they're not good for you. So you're going to have to start to be a little bit selfish, think about yourself, distance yourself from them. I'm not saying fall out with anybody, but distance yourself from people who keep dragging you back to, oh, let's sit with anxiety. So you may have to look at some of your Facebook groups that you're in. They may not necessarily be the right ones. Look for ones that bolster you. Like I said, they're there not to say, oh yes, I have that too, we just have to deal with it. No, we don't have to deal with it. We change it. It is possible to change it. I help women who struggle with anxiety. I help them to feel happy and confident and to have a future with no anxiety. You can do this on your own. There's loads of stuff out there, but think about what you're looking at, what you're doing. Absolutely, Tina. If you always do what you've done, you're always going to get what you've always got. That's absolutely right. So change it. It's down to you. It's down to you where you look and what you do. Like I say, if you need help, please contact me and we'll have a quick chat, see what we can do. Thank you for listening. My name is Jane DeVay.